Hi, I'm Annie Randall with VUCast. Since the world's largest Ebola outbreak a little more than a year ago, more than 11,000 people have died and more than 28,000 infected. Vanderbilt University researchers are taking big steps in the fight against the deadly virus with the help of 2 Ebola survivors. Barb Kramer has their powerful story.
A year ago, in a small hospital in Lagos, Nigeria, Dr. Ada Igono stepped in to help new patient Patrick Sawyer. The Liberian-American lawyer was claiming to have malaria.
I noticed that his IV bag was beside him in bed. And so, on impulse, I picked it up and I placed it on the IV stand.
Sawyer got sicker, and tests confirmed he had Ebola. He died the next day. And Ada realized she had a small cut on her hand when treating him.
There was fear. I kept actually going over and over in my mind from the first day I met him to the last day that he died. How much contact did I have with him?
8 days later, Ada was sick with Ebola.
I had a fever that was high grade, about 38.6 degrees centigrade. And I had sore throat, I had sores all over my mouth. The joint pains were incredibly painful.
I came down with the symptom 5 days after he died.
Dr. Morris Eboji checked on the same patient earlier in the ER, and like Ada, he got Ebola.
But at that point, I thought it was a death sentence.
It was a death sentence for 4 of their colleagues. 2 doctors and 2 nurses died within days of getting infected. Now, a year after surviving Ebola, Morris is free of the disease. Ada is too. This day they are at Vanderbilt University Medical Center giving their blood. The goal, to help others survive Ebola.
They've made a natural immune response, and we think that the best time to look for these antibodies is a few months out or even a year out after the infection when the immune response has matured.
Crow and his researchers developed a unique method of isolating potent Ebola-fighting antibodies from survivors' blood. Now they are processing Ada's and Morris's blood samples to find an Ebola treatment.
By capturing individual cells that they've made that secrete Ebola antibodies, and by using our laboratory techniques, we can make that particular antibody as a drug and just make unlimited amounts of it.
With these stronger antibodies, Crow expects to start testing a treatment in people in 2016. Quick action in Nigeria last year avoided a major Ebola outbreak. But the survivors say the fight is not over.
We owe humanity. We exist to help others. We exist to solve problems. That's the reason why we are alive.
For VUCast, I'm Barb Kramer.
There's no cure for Ebola yet. Researchers hope the potential treatment will lessen symptoms. Read more about the research happening every day at Vanderbilt on news.vanderbilt.edu/research. Ever imagine walking into a third dimension? How about going inside a giant gold box and ending up face-to-face with people in Latin America? That's exactly what hundreds of Vandy students experienced at the Commons. This gold shipping container is actually a high-tech video portal with a live feed to Mexico City. It's part of a traveling art exhibit called Shared Studios.
To have something that would be as high-tech as possible, but to bring back the idea of a low-tech exchange, 20 minutes to talk with a stranger. You don't have to have a plan going in, and the idea would be that you would just connect with somebody literally on the other side of the world.
Always is just interesting to see across cultures how similar we can be.
Learn more about the portal on our homepage and on sharedstudios.com.
1,000 country stations, yeah, we're one big country nation, that's right.
There are some big perks when you're right in the middle of Music City. One is crossing paths with music stars. Brad Paisley shot his latest video, Country Nation, right in the middle of Vanderbilt Stadium. And Mr. C held his own with mascots from rival teams. Post your favorite pics with Mr. C using #VandyGram and #MyVanderbilt. For VUCast, I'm Annie Randall.